Hi guys, my name is Oksana and today we will be talking about the new Glaminatrix palette, which is Fairy Lights. This is their newest release and it has only 6 pans, so I think that this video won't be long enough. I hope that you will find this video helpful and useful. As always, let me know in the comments and we will kick off with the review. As mentioned, we have 6 pans in this palette and I have created the makeup look for each of them. I just wanted to see how each of the shade performs on the lid and also looks like on the eyelid solo, so that I can see the undertone better, not combined together, because we have, for example, Presence, Wrath and Festive. They are all around rosy color and this is why I just wanted to see how each of them performs. So let's start with talking about the shades that I like the most. First one will be the Star, and I think that it just pairs perfectly with Tom Ford Double Indemnity palette, because we also have here the green undertone, also black and brown one. I used it to darken the outer corner. Just to let you know, I have created the look with this Tom Ford Double Indemnity, the one that I believe showing you right now, and I do like this pan. I think that with the red lips it will be just perfect match. As to the formula, it's the same for all 5 besides Crackers, so we will leave out Crackers and we will focus on the rest 5. I do like the formula because it's creamy, it's smooth, it's not crunchy, but you can have either the full opaque color on your lid, or you can have it in a thinner layer if you just have less on your finger. So you can control the pigment, you can control the effect on your eye, and this is what I like about this palette and about these 5 pans, including Star. The same goes to Presence. This is my second best shade in this one. It's like rose gold. When I first saw it, I thought that it reminds me of the shade that is in Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered. I will of course again just include the swatches so that you can see what I'm talking about, but they are not the same. Presence is just lighter. In terms of other pans, I do like them as well, such as Wrath. This is the most darker shade in the palette in terms of the depth. Festive and Carols. Today I have Carols on my lid, and Carols is something of the yellow undertone, so this is why I paired it today with the green matte. I think it's just fine. You can also use it in your inner corner, what I did a lot of time in my makeup looks, just to finish it up. But overall, I can't say that this is something special in terms of the color, but in terms of the dimension and pigment, this is something that you will not find in most of the palettes, because again it just has a lot of pigment. Even though it's not crunchy, it's smooth and it's still dimensional. So the fact that it still has these dimensional particles all over the vivid base, it's something that makes this palette stands out. festive, I also use it all over the lid. So it's something like, I believe that it's like champagne color, also very vivid on the eyelid, very wet effect on the eyes as well you get with this one. Another bonus of this palette and another benefit. When we are talking about Cracker, so for Cracker, I think that this is one of the shades that I don't like the formula about, because this one reminds me of Minka, and when I first saw this palette I was being afraid that it will be the same as Minka, too bright, too heavy on the eyes. So it's not the case for these 5 pans that I've already told you about, but it is the case for this Cracker pan. It's a silvery color, so it's silvery base layered with multicolored dimensional particles. On swatches, on the eyes, it looks perfect in terms of the color and in terms of the idea, I might say, but in terms of the execution, it's too crunchy, it's too heavy still. It's not as heavy as Minka, you can still control the pigment and get the shade in a thinner layer. But overall, like the vibe, just because I think it's too heavy. And in terms of too heavy, what I mean is that when I have them on the eyes, I feel them, I feel uncomfortable, and also I feel uncomfortable in terms of the pigment, so it's just too bright for my everyday basis. And again, it just reminds me of Minka. Minka was the same. Maybe this one is a bit lighter, but I'm glad that all the rest 5 of the pans, they are not the same. And overall about this palette, I think that it just has a perfect New Year vibe. It's like one and done pan. You have one shade all over the lid, then one matte in the crease, red lips, and you are done for your New Year celebration. It will just go perfectly fine and align perfectly fine with any palette in terms of the matte color that you have, because we have the green undertone, the rose undertone, the silvery one, the yellow one, and something neutral such as festive. So I do understand the purpose of this palette, especially that it was released for holiday season. But of course, if you don't have the extended collection and you want something more classic, then I wouldn't recommend it. This is already, I think that this palette is just already something that for the beauty lover that tried a lot of shades and a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and they know what they prefer. And if you don't know what you prefer, how to control the pigment, it can be something difficult for you to get with. I know that this palette is sold out currently on Glaminatrix website, but I think that of course it will be brought back maybe for Christmas season, so that you can just get it on sale. It retails for around $30, so nothing too bad. And just in terms of the packaging and also the format of the palette, it's not too large, so it's not too big, but at the same time it's not too small. So you know, you feel this palette, you feel the money that you put into this one, but it's still very convenient to store in your makeup kit or makeup drawer. I hope that you liked this video. Let me know whether you found this useful, and of course I will see you in my next ones. Bye guys, have a good one.